Hey, guess what, everyone? This guy's back. Yes. Thank fuck for that. This week we've got a great show, so stick around because we're going to talk to him a bit more about his trip, and we'll wrap that fucking stuff up because, dude, I've missed you. We've also got special guests Fiona Bergin and Fintan Connolly, the director and writer of a movie called Barber. So stick around for that. What's our theme of the week, Ben?
Home Invasion.
And top 5
Steven Seagal movies.
Stick around. Oh my God, look who's back. Back again.
Is it this guy?
It's that guy. Oh, this is exciting. I don't know what to do with myself. Well, hello to everybody, firstly and foremostly. Welcome back. It's Good Movie Monday, the podcast dedicated to nerdy cinematic ramblings. My name is Glenn Cochran. This jet setter, jet lagger, is Ben Helwig. Fresh off a plane.
Fresh off a plane. I was a little less than... Well, no, I was going to say less than 8 hours ago, but it's more like 16 hours ago I got off a plane into this great sunburnt land that we call Terra Australis.
Fog swept at the moment.
Fog swept.
Yes. I've been hosting this practically by myself for the last 2 months, even though you've been zooming in. And so I kind of feel like it's your turns to take over the reign again. But because we didn't prep this and you had no idea I was going to say that, I may as well keep doing it.
Yeah, and I've managed to do exactly 0 minutes of prep.
Yes.
For the show, so I'm 5 minutes less than normal.
That's right. Well, I mean, do you remember the habituals?
Yes, you can go to what's the name of our show again? Good Movie Monday, TerrificTVTuesday.com, where you can find all of our links to our social media. You can find merch. You can find a little donate tab. I assume that hasn't disappeared since I've been away because we're desperate for cash.
Give me some.
We've got the best cash in all the world.
That's right.
But you can give your cash to a better couple of people. We're the best people in the world with the best podcast.
I would highly recommend people check us out on Spotify as well, because that is really the place to, you can rate our show, you can comment and interact. It's video and audio, whichever one you want to listen to. And it makes the biggest difference to us.
Does it? Does it give us stats? Do we get stats?
Yes, we get some stats from that. I haven't looked at them for a while. I do know that just because of the guests we've had on in the past few weeks, we have had new listeners come on board, which is nice. We do welcome them. And so this will be their
say
first...
goodbye to the new listeners from the previous week who haven't tuned in again.
This will be their first experience with you at the desk.
That's be the last we see of them. I was going to say, does it give you a minute, like YouTube can kind of tell, and Facebook and Instagram can now, if you are willing to pay for it, can tell you when in your video people skip and stuff like that. So can they tell after how long have I been talking that people stop listening?
Yeah,
I don't know if I can handle that kind of.
We average
feedback.
a good 30 seconds, I reckon.
Yeah,
and then the show starts because 30 seconds is the intro, pretty much.
The intro, yeah. The minute it's the time it takes people when they're fumbling to get not this again and hit the skip button.
Yeah. But we appreciate those stragglers that maybe chimed in halfway through. They get something different.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to do a quick thanks to the two sponsors that we have at the moment. Eclipse Cinema in Collingwood, Melbourne, a boutique cinema. We appreciate their support and have some tickets to give away to screenings at their venue soon. The website's eclipse-cinema.com.au. And, of course, Ink Food Co. Their website's inkfoodco.com.au. They are the hot sauce company that do all amazing flavours. I've got the original Sin in my hand right now. That's the hottest one they do, and it blows the back end out here. It's hot. They've got some brand new flavours up, so go and check out their website as well. Get 15% off if you do order any, whether it's sort of a big multi-pack or just a single bottle. You get 15% off your purchase if you use the code GoodMovieMonday. So you don't even need to tell them that we sent you.
Does it have on their website? Does it have an assholes destroyed rating system for each hot sauce?
It does have a rating system, but it also has a hot sauce invaders game. It's like Space Invaders with hot sauce bottles. You can play that for free. It's fun. They've been showing up on a lot of like TikTok and socials lately.
It's shooting turds coming out of
yeah, that's right. That's the aftermath.
Boo, boo, boo.
Shit.
Exactly.
Let me just say, for those that are listening and undecided if they want to keep listening, stick around because we
trust
have
your instincts.
we have a really fun interview that I'd really like you to stick around for because these guys made a movie called Barber. It's fantastic. I love talking to Irish people, so got Fintan and Fiona coming up, and it's such a fun chat. Stick around for it. And
what's the movie?
It's called Barber. It's a PI movie. It's a noir, but it's so good. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. Anyway, stick around for that. Before we crack on, what else?
I thought it was a movie about sheep when you first said the title.
Barber.
Barber. Yeah.
Having an Aussie accent does not help when you've got a title like Barber because it's Barber.
Barber.
Yeah.
Is it like a barb? Yeah. Either that or you're talking about an elephant, a cartoon elephant. But you put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable for that.
It is a good one. But I wanted to, before we push on, just recap your trip. Let's wrap up that whole experience because every week without fail, it's where in the world is Ben?
It was just over 2 months of non-stop agony. I overbooked my trip thoroughly. I was in a different... Just about every second day, if not every day, I was in a different place.
That's exhausting just listening to.
It was, I bought myself a lovely Eurail pass, and I just went from train to train across the European continent.
I mean, to most people, that sounds like heaven.
It's great for the first, I will, if you're planning a trip and you haven't bought your tickets yet, I will say you need at least 4 days in any place, 4 nights, because travel days don't count. By the end of your travel days and by the time you get to check into your hotel or your Airbnb, you are fucked. So those days are just write-offs. You just want to relax on those days. So then that only leaves you 2 days in the place.
Yeah.
Which means you can see just the highlights. Yeah. Forget about anything more than that. But most of the highlights are shit. No, not shit, but just, you walk past and you go, oh, yeah.
What I find very amusing about this is that, as I've said to you on the show in the last few weeks, my mother's had basically a very similar trip to you.
Yeah.
She's home tomorrow, so you're both on a very similar schedule. She's having the complete opposite kind of trip to you. Like, she is like, man, she's living up the food and she's like going to town on all these cuisines. Oh, there's no way Ben had touched that.
No, but you'd be shocked if you watch any YouTube videos on travel, they do spend a lot of time talking about the food because that's all there is to do when you travel.
Yeah, that's why you go
to eat.
Taste in the world. It's like it's funny.
Is it?
It took you to Europe to get a bit of lettuce into you. I found that amusing.
Yeah. I made a pact with myself that I wasn't going to go out of my way to eat vegetables, but if they came on a food, I would just suffer through it.
Suck it up. Yeah.
And let me tell you, I enjoyed the sauerkraut. I enjoyed the lettuce and tomato.
Oh, what? What?
Shocking as it may seem.
This is a revelation, people. I wish I was there to witness this.
But still, it has not, since I've been back, I have not kept those ingredients on any of my foods.
You're also lucky I wasn't there because I would have been like, that's very good, Ben. Like,
the condescending.
Such a good boy.
The condescension. Yeah. Would have been great.
Give it a try, Ben.
just give it a little
taste. A little taste.
But let me tell you, Europe is a dirty continent. I'm going to put that out there. And I don't know if I told you, but on my last day in Paris, two guys tried to pick my pockets in the subway, which was fascinating to watch it happen. And we ended up just playing handsies because I knew what was going on. As soon as they tried it, I knew exactly what they were trying to do. So instead of holding the rail, I just put my hands in my pockets.
Yeah.
And so they just kept digging around and I would just like grab their fingers and be like, it was hilarious. They did not find it as entertaining as I did. But then I also I had to leave Paris I think my train left at 6:30 in the morning.
Yep.
So at 6, I was on my way to the train station, which was only a 5-minute walk from my hotel. And on the ground, on the sidewalk, was this guy going to town on himself. Like he was still everything was still in his clothing, but he was having a fucking great time. And I've never been more jealous of of anyone or anything.
Just
in
the
my entire life.
careless nature
Just the
of
careless pleasure.
it.
It's like a careless whisper, like a George Michael song.
Reminds me though of the opening sequences in London of Barry McKenzie.
Yeah.
Through the streets and filthy and shit.
Yeah.
That's all it's missing is a guy masturbating.
It is, look, you'd be shocked. And I can't say that Melbourne's any better because Melbourne is, as you walk through the Melbourne
We're
CBD,
descending. Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, if there's not someone shooting up, there's someone taking a dump.
Yep.
Like it's
I feel it's global at the moment.
it's global, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is like it's just amazing. The people who you don't have any idea, but the people who produce film and TV do such a phenomenal job of making these places look inviting and like fun places to live. And no. Glad to be back, Glenn. Glad to be back.
Glad to have you back.
I don't know if I'm ever going to go overseas again.
Well, I mean, technically you will be at the end of the year, but not quite. You'll be on seas.
Yeah, it doesn't count if we're still in the same tectonic plate as far as I'm concerned.
But you still need a passport.
I still need a passport.
I want to quickly recap on a movie I saw in the cinemas late last week that on the show I couldn't really talk about because it was embargoed. I was kind of going to breeze over it, but the reaction to the movie, it's Evil Dead Burn, by the way, the reaction to it has been so negative that I wanted to come back and just... No, all over the shop. Like I'm finding a lot of the audience reaction is pretty bad too. I feel like they've been captured by a movement. Like, there's a preset negativity kind of barometer, whatever you want to call it. And everyone's coming out swinging at this movie saying it's misogynistic, it's too nihilistic, and there's a particular sequence in there that's reprehensible and unforgivable. And I'm like, firstly, it's a fucking movie. Secondly, it's an Evil Dead movie. Deadites don't have morals. Like, in the world of Evil Dead, if you're exploring the universe, you've no longer got Ash around. Go as dark as you can, I say.
Yeah. I mean, the Deadites weren't particularly the comedy relief. Ash was the comedy
Yeah,
relief.
that's right.
Well, in the third one. In the second one, I guess it is the Deadites.
Kind
the comedy relief.
Kind of. But anyway, I just wanted to sort of be one of the few people that throws out like some positivity. I think it's a really fine movie. The other criticism I found quite ridiculous is the fact that the director, who's only in his mid-20s, early 20s even, he hadn't heard of the Evil Dead trilogy. He had watched the remake when he was a kid, had no comprehension there was a trilogy before it. People are outraged, right? That was 2013 when he first saw that, right? So that means he would have been 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Why would he have knowledge?
Not legally of age to
But
see.
why would he have knowledge of a trilogy that existed many, many years before that?
Yeah.
That's like we all have our discoveries of cinema along the way. It makes sense to me that he wouldn't have known there was an Evil Dead trilogy at that point in time. Also, Sam Raimi and Bob Tappert are known for hiring young directors because they bring in
have
new
no familiarity with because you don't want to get caught. Like they might as well do it. If
they want to
it's
keep it
gonna be.
fresh and they want to keep it new and going in a new direction. And I think they've done that really well.
It's like they always all the fucking journalists and they're fucking dog shit, and I include us in that. But they always when you get an actor in a movie and like, oh, did you read the book that the movie's based on? Well, not until I got the job, I hadn't. Like, why the fuck would you?
Yeah, that's.
You can't have read it. You can't be into everything. You can't have read everything. The amount of people who, always ask horror actors, what's your favorite horror movie? They're fucking actors.
Yeah, I know.
They haven't written it. Maybe they're not. Most of the time, they're not into horror movies.
Well, this is a funny.
And it's fine.
We do have an interview coming up on the show in a few weeks' time where the first question I asked was, "Are you into horror movies?"
It's fucking hack. No. That's all right. I still, my first question is always, so how did the project come about? Because I can't think of anything more complex than that. I've got 5 minutes with you. What can I ask that you haven't asked 100%?
But also, this director never said that like he only now discovered the trilogy. He would have been 10 when he found it. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, I think he does a great job. There's a particular one-shot sequence that's really well orchestrated. They used it as a bit of a promo at one point.
Is there a tool shed?
No, there's no tool shed.
Okay.
But this is, because you know how Evil Dead Rise took things urban and went into the city and was in a high-rise? This one goes back to the woods, but it's in a big dilapidated homestead. So it's got the original kind of environment, but it's got a whole big house to to have fun in.
The plane.
Yeah, and I just think it's a really, really well orchestrated movie. The violence is top notch, really pushing the envelope. The demon characters, I think, are great. And yeah, it's nihilistic, but these are demons wanting to take over the world. And
Like, what's wrong with nihilism?
Yeah.
Fucking Trump is president of the United States.
that's right.
Can you get any more like? Hasn't anyone seen The Big Lebowski? Nihilists are cool.
But
They just
isn't-
laze around in the pool all day.
I mean,
'Cause they don't care about anything.
if you're a horror fan, you know because you've seen the documentaries that horror comes in waves that reflect society, and the political state of the world. And anyway,
Like, I just don't understand how nihilism can be a critique of anything.
I know. Particularly an Evil
It's-
Dead movie.
Of a horror movie. I'd
Yeah.
say like the horror was. I mean, I just found it. Like, I would have liked it a lot better had it been like more, funny and romantic.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The other thing I appreciated with this one, it does have a through line to the original. Like, there is a narrative connection to the original 81 movie. And if you stick around for the credits, there is a direct connection to the previous movie, Evil Dead Rise. So it is making sure the universe is tethered, which I like.
And did they make it here again?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yes, they did. Every other than the first trilogy, all the rest have been done, I think, in New Zealand. I think the remake, but definitely the series, the TV show, and the last two movies. Anyway, so there we go. Evil Dead Burn. I do highly recommend it. I don't think you should listen to too many of the critics. Make up your own fucking mind. And I believe, because I saw it at a private screening with Jarrett, I think the cut we saw might be slightly extended
tweaked.
because the one issue I predicted everyone would take umbrage with, I've been reading that it's not as graphic as what Jarrett and I saw. That's what I'm reading between the lines. So I'd be interested to see what hit the cinemas as opposed to what we saw.
This whole conversation is upsetting me.
Okay.
Like, the horror needs to be toned down because the audience are too. Fuck you. Fuck you, audience.
Dude, I would tell you what this sequence is, but I think it's too big a spoiler for people listening or watching to go into. But
I'm gonna have to go see it this week.
Yeah. And then after the fact, we can have a conversation about that. But
Yeah.
alrighty, should we move on to theme of the week?
Let's do it.
Home invasions. I reckon, Ben, that this genre is possibly, for me, the most fundamentally terrifying of all the horror genres.
Because it's the real one.
It's the one that you can easily see how you'd struggle watching this in the middle of the night, hear the slightest creak, and you get the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
I do. I've got a list here of some movies I want to talk about. But there's one in particular that's not even a horror film, but there is a home invasion sequence in it that just scares me for some reason. Let's talk about it.
What's that one?
Fargo. It's the kidnapping scene.
the kidnapping scene.
The burglars rock up on the
Hilarious.
back porch, smash the window, come in, kidnap the wife, and it's a comical sequence, right?
Yeah.
It's a comical, but the fact that it's broad daylight, burglars in balaclavas is disturbing to me.
Yeah.
Crowbar, whatever.
Thanks to that, which I thought it was a balaclava, but it's actually a gimp mask. But that is a blindfold, the VHS cover.
Oh, yeah.
With the gimp mask on the
The one behind you, blackout.
blackout. Yes, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah.
I thought that was a robber mask too when I was a kid, but it is not.
It's not.
It's a sex thing.
Yeah. And it's usually it's
got the zip.
Funnily enough, the one wearing it is usually the one receiving. So it's even doubly wrong in its perception.
So Fargo is definitely
the gimp is not giving it.
It's not a home invasion movie, but it is the first thing that comes to my mind is that gives me the willies. There's plenty to talk about. What's the first one that would come to your mind? What's happening there, Ben?
I just realised I think the microphone's been in my face. And it's in my face. Look, the ones that I think of first, like... because I've had the VHS for years, but Hide Her in the House with Gary Busey.
Oh, God, the cover.
The cover, yeah. Which is just, he's living in the walls of Mimi Rogers' house.
And of all the people to be living in your walls, Gary Busey.
Gary Busey is the worst one. He's
terrifying.
Every time you have some buttered sausages, the possums in the walls go nuts.
He always says that. Far out. I didn't even think of that one.
But then I realised, because Mimi Rogers has done a couple, because she also is in that, you've seen that Desperate Hours with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, yeah, of course I have.
Yeah. And Anthony Hopkins and Mimi Rogers. But yeah, in that one, Mimi Rogers is married to Anthony Hopkins, and he's I'm not sure what he's but Mickey Rourke. It's a Mickey Rourke film, and he convinces his lawyer, who is I think Kelly Lynch, to help him escape because if you look like Mickey Rourke and you look like Kelly Lynch, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And so he escapes from. He's a psychotic criminal. He escapes from his trial, and then goes and hides out in Anthony Hopkins' house. And it's basically I guess it's the horror or the thriller version of The Ref.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've got marital problems and he just ends up having to deal with their shit.
Yes. I find that kind of theme is in quite a few of the home invasion movies.
Yeah, because where you break into, you're like, sometimes it's even worse.
Yeah.
It's like, these people are fucking...
Yeah, what have I done? Because, you've obviously then you've got The Strangers and, Mother's Day, movies like that kind of have that kind of theme.
There's all of those, like if you think about it, like Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is a home invasion movie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, flip the script.
Yeah. Or Humongous. Like those people, like that, Humongous is living a lovely quiet life by himself before those campers turn up. Same with Jason.
Yeah.
He's just living by the lake, living his best life.
Well, that's what that movie, In a Violent Nature, the other year kind of showed. Is it they're just out there doing their thing, and then these people come and fuck with them.
Fuck it up, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, what's Soylent Green? Not Soylent Green. Green Inferno, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Green Inferno.
What's Green Inferno? Yeah. They're just fucking... That's right. They're living a peaceful life.
A couple that came to mind too. One I talk about on the show more than I probably should is An Innocent Man, the Tom Selleck movie. That all begins with a home invasion, which is a fantastic sequence. But other two that
it's one of the best prison toilet sequences ever captured on film.
I remember reading, I'll connect the dots in a second, but I remember reading that when Romper Stomper came out, that it was like
Romper Room.
The Romper Stomper, they were comparing it as like a modern version of A Clockwork Orange, right?
Yep.
And mainly because of the underpass sequence with the attack and all that, very reminiscent. But they both have a very similar home invasion sequence. You got the Beethoven home invasion sequence the Beethoven's the sex scene, isn't it? But they have a scene with the phallic sex thing and a classic home invasion sequence. But in Romper Stomper too, they go into the
Beethoven band.
They go into the rich guy's house, which I think is the father of Jacqueline Mackenzie's character, and completely destroy the house. And like those two movies really are interconnected in many ways. I wonder how many other themes throughout. Because I remember at the time thinking, really, that's pretty tenuous to connect this with Clockwork Orange.
It's a real shame, like, not to give away too many trade secrets of if people want to see us in real life, but on Tuesday we'll be going to see The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Also on Tuesday at the Nova just around the corner, they're doing a double feature of The Clockwork Orange and Full Metal Jacket, which we could have seen had we not been going to see The Odyssey.
Yeah, it's a good double.
I mean, I've heard a lot of there's been a lot of rumblings about The Odyssey online, mainly because of the hair dye.
Oh, and the Botox.
And like, have they not seen Troy?
But
Troy is 90% Botox.
But also, like, these criticisms came out over a 30-second teaser.
Yeah,
And this is a very, very long movie.
Yeah. But I can understand it. Why have they all got hair dye? Like blue hair? Like, are they old grannies?
That's the other thing. Like, I saw a trailer the other day for that new The Magician of the Kremlin or whatever it is with Paul Dano, and Jude Law plays Vladimir Putin.
Quentin Tarantino's not a fan.
That's right. He's out. He's done.
He's already out.
But you got Jude Law as Vladimir Putin, who looks fantastic as the character, but he's talking with an American accent for some reason.
Yeah. They couldn't get Rufus Sewell. And just to go back earlier and explain, earlier I was talking to Glenn, we were talking about kids' shows in the morning, and I said that they never called out my name on Romper Stomper. You said, you mean Romper Room?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
It was an actual slip. You weren't intentionally saying it. Lady Stay Dead. The Aussie movie.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes. It's
a good one.
That's a good one.
The Plumber, another Aussie one.
Yeah.
Which is very much like The Ref, if I remember it correctly.
There's so many of them, like the
Man
the
Bites Dog.
Yes.
That's a very funny movie, by the way.
I was thinking, there's a movies like Panic Room.
Yeah.
The Purge, the original Purge.
Mm-hmm.
That franchise starts off as a home invasion film.
Yep.
When a Stranger Calls, of course, are the big classics. Eyes on My Mother that we released. Martyrs starts off with a phenomenal home invasion scene.
For sure. Becky is a home invasion scene movie.
Barbarian is 100% a home invasion movie.
It's much more common than you think, isn't it?
Your next is a fantastic home
Straw
invasion
Dogs. I got The Fugitive written down. Black Christmas.
Yeah.
Scream to some extent.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in every scene.
Yeah.
Hush was a good one, the Mike Flanagan movie, where the woman was actually deaf, so she can't hear them.
She can't hear them. Yeah.
What a great concept. Terrifying.
I like to think of We're No Angels. You know, the movie with Humphrey Bogart, Peter Ustinov,
not Sean Penn
not
and
the
Robert
Sean
De
Penn
Niro.
No, although it is the same film. It is a remake, but shit remake.
I always compared it to Nuns on the Run.
Yeah.
By the way, that's 2 weeks in a row we've referenced Nuns
on the Run.
Yes.
Gonna have to watch that.
I know.
But We're No Angels. So in We're No Angels, Humphrey Bogart, Peter Ustinov, and Quentin Tarantino loves this guy too. He's in
Lawrence Tierney.
No. He's one of the fake names that he uses in stuff. Anyway, the third guy, his name I can't remember. But they're basically three criminals who escaped from a work plantation in Africa somewhere.
Yep.
And they basically hide out in this shop run by this kind of lovely couple, this bumbling English couple and their lovely daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And their plan is to murder the family, steal the money, and escape from the island.
Yep.
Or wherever the hell they are in the Congo. And then they kind of overhear that, or they read that Basil Rathbone, the evil uncle who owns the store and is actually the employer, is coming to town and is basically going to, fire them and kick them out and destroy their lives, kind of thing. And he's a real piece of shit. So they then kind of somehow become enamored with the couple and decide that they're going to hang around and save them from the uncle, but basically they're going to kill the uncle, which is basically what they do.
Yeah. And
that, for me, that's a home. That is 100%. Like, they're hiding in the raft. They live in the attic while all this is going on. It's a home invasion film.
I've been struggling for the last minute to try and think of one because you were talking about that and it reminded me of one that Imprint released recently, or maybe a year or two ago, 1950s maybe, and the whole thing is an invasion movie where you got the three crooks escape from jail, I think, and they come after the lawyer that put them there, and he's a weedy kind of father. Do you remember what that's called? Is it Rock Hudson that was in it?
And he's the weedy one?
No. He might be the head of
one of the criminals.
Crims? Oh, fuck. It's killing me. And they've got a little kid in the family that outsmarts them. The 12-year-old outsmarts them. Far out.
I thought you were going to say that you spent the entire minute trying to figure out how to make me stop talking about We're No Angels.
Let's do a clock wipe, though, because I want to figure out what this is. Humphrey Bogart, Ben. It was Humphrey Bogart. No. The Desperate Hours. The Desperate Hours.
Which is maybe that's a remake of The Desperate Hours I was talking about with Mickey Rourke and...
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It must be. Let's look it up on our wiki. The Desperate Hours.
If I was a listener, this is the part where I'd switch off because I'd be like, these fucking guys, they don't even know about The Desperate Hours. Fucking pieces of shit.
I'm going to hedge a bet that most people don't know about remakes. So there was a remake in the 90s with Mickey Rourke and Anthony Hopkins. So that is that one. David Morse. And The Ref is a remake of that. So, yes.
And wow.
So I highly recommend the original because when you were talking about it, I'm like, there is another one in my mind that's very similar to that. What is it? The Desperate Hours. Humphrey Bogart, he's fantastic. Frederick Mark, Anthony Kennedy. Great cast there. Highly, highly recommend it. Anyway, and who's the kid? Is it?
Oh, Gig Young. There we go.
Trying to think who the son is. No, I don't know. Anyway, we got there in the end. That's all that matters.
We figured it out.
Yes.
Enough of that. Let's move on.
Bonehead time.
Welcome to Bonehead Weekly Fun Size. And this week we're talking about home invasions. You know that happy-go-lucky thing that happens when you're unlucky. I don't know.
I don't know. It depends. Like if your life's really boring and the thrill
What is Chad listening to?
I don't know. I assume.
I don't know. My phone is playing a video and
All right. So
are you getting signals from space?
Who wants to? I'll go first. I want to say one that's actually happy-go-lucky, and I'm going to steal it from these other two. I know it's one of their favorite movies, but Dennis Leary and The Ref.
Damn it.
See, that's the reason I went first.
Yeah, I got tons of them.
You
Yeah.
shit stain.
You remember Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
No,
I've
I'm
heard
not
of him.
associated with him at all. I
Heard
have
of
no
him.
idea who you're
Well,
talking
he
about.
was in this little picture, and it's about a home invasion of kind of a smart-ass idiot robber on Christmas Eve with a terrible family and a mother-in-law from hell that's coming in, and that kid, he gets the Huskies. I don't know why that stuck in my mind. I bought him the Husky pants. If you were a child of a certain age, you were fat, like moi, the Husky pants were something you may have to get there. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Go ahead,
Yep.
Chad.
James, you go, man.
I'm going to go with one that a lot of people didn't like, and I like actually both versions of it. I caught the original version of it after I watched the remake, and it was remade by the same person who made the first one. I'm going to go with Funny Games.
Yeah,
Funny Games.
They're so good.
It's just disturbing because at some point you're like, yep, at any point it could stop, but also it won't because propriety and all of these different things. There's a lot of commentary about just things that are unsettling and things that are provocative and commentary on who's who and who gets to decide what. And it's just a fun movie about going into somebody's house and torturing them just because you're of a certain status.
Yeah. Chad.
Okay, I'm since Joe took mine because I didn't think anybody was going to pick The Ref.
So they coming from a mile away.
Yeah, I am going to go with a different type of home invasion movie, one where the person living there doesn't know that their house is being invaded. And I still irritates me that this is considered the worst. I think this is generally considered the worst of these directors' movies catalog, but because I still love it. I'm talking about Coen Brothers, The Lady Killers.
I like The Lady Killers too. I don't know why people crap on that movie. They always like, well, even one. I've interviewed one of the people who acted it, and he was like, "Well, I was in the worst Coen Brothers movie." I said,
Yeah, it wasn't. There isn't a bad Coen Brothers film. This one, granted, tonally, it's not the same as a Coen Brothers, most of the Coen Brothers movies, but it is still a hilarious ride.
I
And
loved it.
Tom Hanks plays an amazing sleazeball. So I Home Invasion, The Ref was my first pick, but I had to go with Lady Killers as my second option. So
I'll throw out an honorable mention, by the way, of Tiger House and The Collector. If you haven't seen Tiger House or The Collector, check those out.
Amos and Andrew.
This has been Bonehead Weekly Fun Size.
Well, it's that time of the show where we give away some free tickets to the movies. Eclipse Cinema in Collingwood, Melbourne is a boutique cinema that supports Good Movie Monday, and they've got free passes to give away to any session on their calendar whatsoever that takes your fancy. All you got to do is email us. Go to the goodmoviemonday.com, go to the Contact Us tab, and then send an email that way. And just let us know you want tickets. If you're the first person to do so, we will hook you up with Eclipse. They're a fantastic cinema. Like I said, you got to live in Melbourne or be visiting Melbourne, obviously, if you want to go. But you can take your pick of the movies on their calendar. They do private hire for the cinema. They've got VIP memberships. They've got an awesome little candy bar. It's a very, very cool place. We really appreciate their support. Eclipse-cinema.com. All right, interview time. Ben, this is one I really wish you'd been part of because I know this is a movie you would love. Let me pronounce it with the R. Barber. Barber. It stars Aidan Gillen as he plays a private investigator called Valentine Barber, and he's on a case for a missing teenage girl. But he comes up across the cops in, I think it's in Dublin. The cops really don't want the case explored or opened so there's obviously something going on and there's corruption at the highest level and he's just determined to get to the bottom of it. And it's such a really atmospheric PI movie. And I know you love those. And he's a great character.
And I love movies that have interesting names that turn out to be the last name of the main character.
Yeah, that's right. And look,
especially when they're PI films.
This is no spoiler. I watched it thinking, man, this would make a great franchise. And indeed, they're working on a sequel. They're going to talk all about it. Without further ado, this is Fintan and Fiona. Fantastic filmmakers. They've done a bunch of other films. Hopefully this inspires people to backtrack and have a look at them. And then we'll meet you on the other side for a top 5.
Top 5 forever now.
Top 5 running funny movies.
Valentine Barber, private investigator.
Good day, Mr. Barber. My granddaughter is missing.
When was she last seen?
About 4 days ago. I know something is wrong.
So what skill does a good detective need?
Guesswork, good pair of shoes.
Who is he?
Stepfather, last person to see her.
Sarah told me about stuff that happened to her.
What kind of stuff? Never able to play by the rules, were you, Barber?
Inspector Quinn has always had friends in high places.
Friends in low places, more like.
You're making wild allegations. I could have you arrested.
Mr. Barber, you're not an easy man to read.
I'm a private investigator.
Someone had got to her.
What's he paying you for?
Stay out of my way if you know what's good for you.
Threats to harassment, phone tapping.
Bye, Mr. Barber.
You still don't know who you're dealing with, do you?
An adult who doesn't want to make contact with you is not missing. Am I making myself clear?
These are powerful men.
Just be careful.
We all have our secrets, Barber.
These aren't secrets, they're crimes.
Thank you for both joining me. It's great to be chatting with you. Barber's fantastic film.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
I mean, it helps that I really love Irish films in general. So, like, this is a particular pleasure for me. So, if you have any other recommendations, I'll take notes.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah.
If I can start going right back, this is a question that applies to both of you. Do you recall the moment when the love affair for filmmaking began? Was there a pivotal moment where you thought, I want to do that?
Well, you can start with that now because.
Yeah, well, like a lot of kids, I was a kind of TV addict. And I think it was when we first started getting the BBC channels, they would show like late night movies, maybe 10 o'clock at night. My parents might be out or whatever. And yeah, so I started seeing things like The Long Goodbye, Harper, Clute, those kind of movies. And I just love that kind of world, that kind of private eye world and, you know, scratching the underbelly and stuff. So I suppose in a way, I mean, I've seen a lot of movies, but they were a particular genre that I liked and that kind of, it stuck with me, but I didn't think I'd ever get the opportunity, but I did go to a kind of a film school type place, like a media, and then I started making documentaries and then the opportunity arose to do some shorts and then features. So that's the route.
Fell into it, basically.
Fell into it, yeah.
And I completely fell into it.
And then I met Fiona, so I persuaded her to join the movie biz.
the crusade to tell stories. And you've made a few films together now. I'm wondering how a project even begins. Like who instigates?
Well, I mean, it's a mixture of. I mean, we've made a couple of films. The first one I wrote and directed. The second one I wrote with somebody else, and then Fiona produced all of them. And then Fiona started writing, and now she's writing full time. So yeah,
we're evolved.
Yeah,
we've evolved.
Yeah, we have evolved.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But yeah, we bounce back and forth a lot.
Yeah, awesome. And that brings us to Barber because it's finally made its way down here. I suppose you both thought that you were done with all of the press and and whatnot, but
it's a funny business like that. It travels. I mean, it started here, and then it went to America first, and then it went to England, and then now to Australia. So we're lucky. It's been our most successful film by far, and it's great that it's traveling. Yeah, we were delighted when we got the call to say that it's going to be released online or whatever.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And it's just the kind of movie I absolutely love. And what I find fascinating about this one is the pandemic element of it. So many movies that were sort of caught in mid-production when the pandemic came along tried to kind of shoehorn the pandemic into their story, whereas yours feels much more organic. You incorporate it in and plus the social paranoia and all that. Was the story conceived because of the pandemic? Did you retcon anything?
No, I'll tell you what. What happened there really was we were developing it during it, and then we got a bit of money to make it. So we made it between two lockdowns. To be honest, it's only because we were shooting during the pandemic and it was so low budget that we realized we'd be shooting on the streets and people be wearing masks. So we had to put it into the story because otherwise I'm saying, what the fuck are they doing wearing masks?
Yeah, that's right.
No, so it wasn't initially part of it. That was more of just a practical thing because of the way we were shooting.
Yeah, I don't think any of the characters actually mention it except, vaguely that it's quieter now. But yeah, I mean, it was like Fiona said, we got the commission just as the first lockdown finished.
Yeah.
And we went quickly into production. And again, it suited because it was a small enough crew and we were quite mobile. But
pandemics are very good for guerrilla budget filmmaking. I will say that. Tiny crews, no craft services,
and no socializing,
no makeup and hair,
no socializing, which was
it was a great time to be interviewing people too. I can tell you, like everyone was available.
Which that was the first time that I ever had a Zoom. I think you forget how it's become part of our lives now.
Yeah,
I was just thinking this morning, like I think Zoom came about during the pandemic.
Yeah. So it's certainly it may not be great for society, but it's excellent for low budget film.
That's exactly right, isn't it? I used to have to travel far to interview people, and now I can just do it.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's made everything very handy, I suppose. But yeah, also the background, it meant that there was also it's kind of led to a lot of efficiencies in the actual filming because. It was, you were tested every couple of days. There was always the worry that someone would get COVID and then we'd be shut down. So it kept you on your toes.
Absolutely. What kind of protocols were there? Like, I know that we were really strictly locked down here. I'm not sure what it was like where you were.
Yeah, we didn't. There was social distancing. There was mask wearing.
Yeah, there was mask wearing and there was testing. But the truth is, on a film, it's impossible not to be right up in people's faces. So with the testing, there was a lot of testing.
Yeah.
And
everybody was careful. Yeah, but I mean, it was a one-off, and the fact that the film has that in the background, I think it's like a time capsule.
Yeah, it is now.
Yeah,
absolutely. And speaking of time capsules, the other fascinating element there is incorporating the Me Too movement into the plot and the story. More of for me, a point of intrigue. It feels integral to the story as opposed to being sort of a many would say on your nose statement. Like it's a statement, but it's very subtle. Can you talk about what influenced that aspect of the story?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the missing girl trope is a big part of all those kind of genre and those kind of crime dramas. So I absolutely did not want her to be murdered. That was the key.
No spoilers.
But so it kind of came out of that, and just that idea of just those kind of behaviors and the way in which they surfaced and how sometimes they can be really minimized.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that really. I was kind of not affected. I was amazed really when that stuff came out about how widespread that behavior was and how unspoken it was.
Yeah.
And so just that might be an interesting thing just to feed into it. Just that idea of, those kind of behaviors really.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's wonderful the way you've worked these elements into it. And I'd be very curious to know how people respond to that stuff now. Like particularly in Australia, we get this movie a bit later. And the Me Too movement sort of risen and sort of we're on the other side of it now. Like, do you reckon people might respond differently just like in retrospect?
It's hard to know with that. It's funny actually that you bring that up because not a lot of people have mentioned that.
People are
more preoccupied with the whole bisexual element. That isn't something has come up a lot. So that's interesting. So I'm not sure. I think that women have responded well to the film generally. And I think that might be part of why.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's not a big thing. It's just an element of it, but it's something that they, relate to.
I suppose these things come and go. I mean, it did reach a kind of a peak, but then like everything else, people get fatigued by everything. You know what I mean? They get fatigued by whatever the latest.
Sorry. Men may get fatigued by women probably don't.
But in terms of reporting and news coverage
or discussion, Yeah.
But
Well,
it's always
something else always comes along, doesn't it? And sort of,
Yeah.
So now let's talk about the bisexual stuff. No, I really think that Barber's personal journey is handled so well, and Aiden conveys it, like the humanity in his character is so well done. I've not seen a character in his position, private eye kind of character that's actually got this kind of side story that's explored the way you do. Firstly, is he a great actor to work with? I imagine he is. He's such a great guy.
Terrific. And he brought an awful lot to it. He brought a lot to the picture. He brought a lot of gravity and a pathos and, humanity. So he brought a lot to the character. That also has to be said.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's like one of our favorite actors by far.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just very good. And, he's obviously has a huge kind of CV. So it was great working with him on it. And he brought a lot to the character,
Yeah, and he's great for doing low budget stuff as well. Loads of people talk about, they like doing the little ones, but in actual fact, they never do the little ones. They just do the big ones. So he's great for that. And he's done a lot of Irish films, low budget, small budget, no budget, which is pretty cool.
His profile would go a long way to helping you guys. How was he, like, initially, how comfortable was he with this material?
No problem at all.
Yeah.
Never.
No, we talked about it. He was involved. I mean, from the get-go, we had Aiden in mind, so everything was written around that.
Well, it was written for.
So he understood, what we were looking for in that. And then we did some test filming, and that's where we got the kind of the costume and the look. And, I mean, he loves that kind of stuff of kind of guerrilla filmmaking and shooting on the street.
Yeah.
And
we're all from Dublin, and so the whole thing was, we've worked together before, and so the whole thing, I hate that word organic, but the whole thing was like that.
And also, I mean, as we said earlier about the COVID thing, I mean, everybody had been in lockdown for nearly 6 months and didn't know what was going to happen. So there was an excitement to get out of the house and get going.
Yeah, it was, I think it was the first or the second film made after the first lockdown. Yeah.
And then it was the day we wrapped, we were supposed to have a party, and the second lockdown happened. So
Yeah, so the whole thing just felt kind of really.
We had to have our beer outside.
Yeah.
Really long straws. No sharing. I mean, I found there's a fascinating part in the movie where he's having a confrontation with the cop, and he says, like, "What's your social distancing?" I think so far after the pandemic now, like, there's a little bit of like, you can relate to that, and it's like how ridiculous it was.
Yeah. No, I was walking through a park the other day, and still on the ground there's the 2-meter thing. It just hasn't been rubbed away.
Yeah, it's funny. I thought we'd never get over it, but people got over it in about 5 minutes.
And in fact, some people don't want to be reminded of it either.
I kind of.
Well, I mean, we can say we lived through it, and there's stories to be told.
Exactly.
It certainly showed you who your friends and your enemies were. One thing, just sticking with Aiden for a moment, that I loved about him as an actor, and I really didn't think about it until watching this film, he could have no dialogue whatsoever and still convey so much of this, character. Like so much being conveyed with so little, if that makes sense.
And the silences, I think, and also, so he carried a lot.
Little touch, well, like the legal pad, opening the legal pad, writing notes. I mean, the things that he just does instinctively.
So he just looks a bit sad a lot of the time.
That's right. I mean, he's the type of character I could easily just watch. Like, he could hold his own series very easily. Is he a character you would return to?
Well, we were just thinking that's I mean, obviously people have said, we'd make a good TV series and that, but we're more focused on maybe making a sequel.
Yeah.
Second installment. So Fiona's working on that at the moment. So the momentum is building behind that.
Yes. So we'd hope to knock that off next year, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Barber has traveled further than our previous films. Like, it's been released in the States and in the UK and now in Australia and New Zealand. So, that's why not keep going?
In fact, our editor's in New Zealand, is he not?
Our editor is in New Zealand at the moment, in
that's a great story.
Yeah.
Oh, working on something big?
Avatar.
Avatar 3.
Oh my God.
I know,
That's a funny story.
I don't know. It might be a bit nerdy, but Yeah, because it was the COVID, we were looking around for an editor, and there was an editor I wanted to use, but she was busy. But she recommended an agency in Paris, and they said, "Oh yeah, we have this guy, Nicholas the Toth. He's based in Berlin." And I said, "Yeah, okay." I looked him up, and he had done like Die Hard 4 and The Commuter and films like that. So I contacted him, and even though it was low budget and that, he just had some downtime. So we shipped all the rushes to him, the script, and we edited remotely working together. And, and 8 weeks later, then we had our first rough cut.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Yeah. And then he moved himself and his family to Wellington to work on James Cameron's films.
Well, you might not get him back now.
Yeah, but you can, like everything in the film, like the camera work, but the editing, it's pretty seamless, So that was quite an experience. And also then I loved Carter Burwell and his music. So someone gave me the contact details for him. He said he was busy for the next 3 years, but here's his protege. So that's how Forrest came on board. Yeah.
Yeah. And Owen McSolin is our cameraman. Shot, like, we didn't have any light, we didn't use lights or anything. So Owen has shot one of our films. And of course the camera work is beautiful. It's really moody, and it's just really so everybody brought their own.
Yeah,
we're lucky.
We spent a good bit of money on the camera gear. Yeah.
Well, it's the only
There's a softness to the look of the film that distinguishes it from a lot of cheaper films, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's very rich, and sure there wasn't a light in sight.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So much atmosphere.
Really brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the new cameras now are very sensitive. You can shoot like in darkness almost.
Yeah. We
It
were.
is. I mean, it's a whole new world for wannabe filmmakers that are coming up. Like the technology at their disposal is phenomenal.
Exactly.
Hopefully, it'll lead more films. But I mean, I don't know if the films are getting any better. Anyone can make a film, but it's still hard to do.
Well, I guess look, right now, like I wrote an article recently about the return of the mid-budget movie, and I find that a lot of young filmmakers now, or the independent films coming up right now, that are dominating, Obsession, Backrooms, they're bumping off the big blockbusters, at the box office. So, I think it's an interesting time for smaller films to have their day again.
Horror seems to be a particularly effective genre for low budget. Yeah.
Yeah.
But most films in Ireland would be in a modest budget range,
Yes.
a bit like Australia,
Absolutely.
Local films really, rather than the.
When
American.
I think about all of my favorite Irish films, they're all low to mid budget. There's not it just doesn't exist to have a big budget. Same with Australia, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. So that's a particularly American phenomenon, but European filmmaking is much more modest.
Yeah.
Much more like really.
Yeah. And again, those early Australian movies, just like the early American movies, I loved. Again, watching late night on BBC. Like with Philip Noyce and Peter movies. Yeah. Pescapizzi. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to just quickly go back to the editing just for a moment, because now that you've mentioned your editor, so many filmmakers talk about how editing is almost like the second part of script writing, like so much of the film comes together that way. Having his experience, like, did that make a world of difference? Do you think the film would have been different with another editor?
I'd imagine so. I mean, we shot pretty economically. I mean, we some takes we just did 2, maybe 5 at most. So there's only a certain amount of material to work with, but he definitely brought a lot to it. Yeah. I mean, I suppose you have the script, you have the shooting, and you have the editing. So at each stage, you're improving the whole situation.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. I think there was maybe only 1 or 2 scenes that we didn't use.
Oh yeah.
It's very dusty here. We're in the middle of renovations.
Oh, really? That's all right. Step away, take a sip of water.
Yeah.
Another one of the themes in the movie is I guess how to put it, Ireland's new direction. For want of better phrase. Has that been received really well? Like the social change that's going on?
Yeah, well, I suppose the social changes in Ireland have been so rapid. Like even in our lifetime, and some of the thing about Barber and the closeted nature of his life was to try and touch on those things, how quickly things have changed.
Yep.
People are fairly sanguine here now about how modern we've become.
Yeah, because I suppose there's a lot of people that gravitate towards this genre that are probably very old-fashioned in their ways, as well as there's progressive people to watch it. But I'd just be very fascinated to be with an audience and see how they react to just the way it's told.
Yeah. Well, it obviously played in the cinemas here, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I suppose the change in Ireland over the last 30 years has been pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
So we're trying to capture that. I mean, going from a fairly repressive situation to a much more liberal situation.
In a really short space of time.
Yeah. I mean, and we're kind of part of that generation, so it's been very interesting.
And Barber is part of that generation, that age, and that idea of a man who lived in both countries, both Irelands. That's kind of if there was any kind of a theme that is something that is there, is to try and note that and how different it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, half of my favorite Irish films are all about that. So, I love watching this stuff from afar, and it's fascinating to me to hear your stories. I think is it Bloody Sunday is one of my favorites. That's an incredible film. The Field, and I've had Jim Sheridan on the show as well. I just hearing his stories. He tells some wonderful, wonderful stories.
Yeah, well, it's also in Ireland, film is relatively recent. We've only really been making films since the mid-90s when the film board, Screen Ireland, came. So it is interesting to see how it's evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Jim Sheridan and Neil Jordan were the forerunners, really.
Yes, and brilliant.
Still are, really.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of smaller films now that have sort of gradually set out on their journeys.
Yeah, and it's interesting the journeys films take now, they just used to get released in the cinema and maybe DVD, and then that was it.
Yeah,
but now, they have these long tails going on for years. Even the fact that it's been, released in Australia and New Zealand 5 years after it was made is interesting. That isn't something that's ever there before. 3 years.
Yeah, but also too, I mean, the modern Ireland, to my mind, hasn't been shown too much. There's been a lot of reliance on the kind of the pastoral kind of Ireland. And the 50s and that. So it was great to have the opportunity to show the kind of new Ireland and Dublin as well, which every day is changing from the kind of an old Georgian situation to the whole high-tech world of
our tech overlord.
Well, I mean, it's fascinating to me. We're kind of going through all kinds of social changes too down here, just in a different way. But it's just it's a whole new world in many ways. Before we begin to wrap up, I just want to pick your brain on some favorite movies in general, starting with some Irish ones. Do you have any that you could recommend that I might not have heard of? It's a tricky question.
The most recent one that was pretty good was Christie, a film called Christie.
No, haven't heard it.
Fellow gets out of kind of Borstal and tries to find his way.
Yeah, and also obviously Lenny Abramson's films. Have you seen those? What Richard did. And
what was that one? Sorry.
Lenny Abramson has made a couple of really good films, like What Richard Did. Garage.
Adam and Paul.
Yeah, they were good. They are good films.
Excellent. Yeah. I'm adding these to my list.
Yeah. What else am I thinking of? You've caught us on the spot now.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Favorite Irish film is In the Name of the Father.
Beautiful film.
Yeah.
That still holds up, I think.
Yeah.
But you know what? I appreciate the courtesy you have given me just by looking so well presented, because when I interviewed Jim Sheridan, he'd just gotten out of bed, his hair was scruffy, and he farted during the interview. So...
Yes, but Jim has plenty to say.
Don't want to do an impression.
No, don't.
What about just in general over the years? What kind of movies do you now sort of gravitate towards in your downtime? Are there favorite movies that have sort of helped?
Yeah, well, I suppose movies in a way are competing with peak TV. I mean, there's so much good TV these days. A lot of it, fairly derivative, but very original. I mean, we just watched Pluribus.
Oh yes. Yes.
It was very interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I started watching Half Man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just watched the first episode last night, actually, in between football matches. And wow, it was brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, the television's in a very, very good spot right now. It's hard to have imagined 20 years ago that that Hollywood actors would be turning to television because it's so good.
Yeah, but again, very big budgets in that. but
Well,
very
also
slick.
it's long time to tell a story, which is, there's, you've 10 hours to tell a story.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can see why it's interesting if the idea is good enough.
Yeah, yeah,
And it must be a very good idea to last 10 fucking hours, though.
Yeah, I know. But it's
I would have
it's a
watched a lot
trap.
of- I would have watched a lot of Australian films back in the day, again, like the ones I was talking about. But more recently, I haven't seen so many. I saw the Royal Hotel not too long ago.
Yep, yep. Yeah,
Like that.
That was great. That's the one with the American girl? Is that...
Yeah, Jennifer Garner.
That's right.
Julie Garner.
Yes,
Yeah.
the girl from Weapons. What was her name?
I think she's in Ozark as well.
Yes.
Julia Garner.
Julia
Garner.
Garner. That is correct. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. That was a good movie. And then there's sometimes some reissues like that famously mad one, Outback or whatever.
Oh, the Waking Fright.
Yeah. I only saw that last year. Yeah. That was pretty good fun.
It's a terrifying film to me. That one. It's
It's kind of a horror, psychological horror, but there's more people, bad people,
yeah.
angry.
It's got Donald Pleasance. It's actually directed by Ted Kotcheff, who made Rambo and movies like that. Yeah, but it is very much an Aussie film. It's
and I liked just looking around. I always like that one, Two Hands.
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I think it was one of his first films. I think they went on to do Ned Kelly together, but I like those kind of movies. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a great one. And Brian Brown, one of the great Aussie actors, plays.
And
Yes, indeed, he is great.
Another two. What about Nitram?
Oh, Nitram. Yeah, absolutely.
He made another one as well that was very good. That guy.
Snowtown?
Snowtown, that's it. That was brilliant. Yeah,
very controversial film. Both of them are very controversial films. But
now that was austere, I thought. Very good. Yeah.
Do you know what the funny thing is about these films, like particularly Nitram and Snowtown in Australia? People get their backs up when they tell these stories, and how dare you tell them it's too soon? And yet they have no problem watching an Irish film that's telling that kind of story, or an American.
I think that's true here. I suppose they are hitting a nerve.
Yeah,
especially they're both based on real incidents, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not good incidents.
No, not at all.
No, and we've plenty of them here. But I think, especially in smaller societies, people are more defensive about things that they perceive as, people outside are going to think that we're this, when of course we are. But nobody needs to know about that. So yeah, I totally get that. I think that is the thing about smaller places.
Yeah, but they'd be the first people to they'd be the first people to champion the same kind of story from another part of the world. Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I think we're coming to. I think we have a beep there. We have
we've to go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I was going to wrap it up anyway. I could have just chatted about movies forever, but I appreciate your time. I love you too. Like I'd happily talk again if you have another film coming out and want to, get the word out.
Yeah, I look forward to this. Is this a podcast or a review?
Yes, it's a podcast. This interview will be part of it, but it'll also go out on its own as a separate interview on socials. So I'll drop you a link once it's up.
Okay, great. Nice talking to you.
You as well. Thank you. See ya. Going back, Ben, Steven Seagal runs funny.
Does he?
Yes. You want to watch a montage of Steven Seagal running.
I don't think I've ever seen him run because he's always been a fat guy in all of them.
Let's bring it up. We'll put it on the screen, just for everyone to enjoy. Here we go. So.
Oh, yeah, he does that thing with his hands.
Let's get a dinosaur.
He does little... They're just kind of... The top half is normal. The bottom half in the wrists, like he does weird things.
So there we go. So top 5 running funny movies. Because he runs in them all.
He runs funny. Now, I will need to preference my top 5
Okay.
with the fact that I either have not seen or it was so long ago that I don't remember Out for Justice,
Okay.
Marked for Death, or Nico Above the Law.
Which are the ones I'd argue most people would put up high.
They're the one. They're his main. They're
Yep.
the films that made him.
Yep.
Kind of.
Okay.
Who
This
he
is
So
personal.
I'm just prefacing that with I would have had I not been basically 3 days in transit.
Yeah.
I would have made an effort to watch or rewatch those.
Well, I did attempt to watch some of those early ones. They're not that easy to come by, and I do have them on DVD somewhere, but I got really busy and I just ended up not.
They were, I think, for the most part, weren't they like those old flapper boxes?
Oh yeah, the clip boxes.
The clip
Yeah.
boxes.
You know, I find funny looking into this whole thing is that you can divide Seagal's career pretty much into 3 phases, and I would say 1989 to 92, which was like Above the Law through to Under Siege, and then you got 94 to 2002, which is On Deadly Ground to Half Past Dead, and then you go 2001 until now, which is all of that DTV direct that he's done.
The ones where all the ones where he started painting his goatee on,
and his hair, I found. Listen to these titles; these are the latter career. So for the last 10 years, he's been making movies like Beyond the Law, Out of Reach, Maximum Conviction, Contract to Kill. They're essentially like trying to cash in on those early titles, you know. Like
the one that I really want to see that I haven't seen is the vampire one.
I was going to say, is it the vampire one?
I want to see the vampire one.
What was that called?
The vampire one.
What was that called? I've forgotten.
It's got a real shit name too. That's like, like because I was looking for it. Is it Shadow Man? No. Is it?
I remember
Against the Dark.
Yeah, Against the Dark. I remember watching it when it came out on DVD for the first time, and it had like a comic book kind of cover. It was not much to write home about. In fact, the only decent thing he's made amongst that era would be Machete, and he was pretty much a token casting. You know, like he wasn't. He wasn't hired for talent. Let's put it that way. Although I think we both agree.
The Patriots, all right.
I'd say that's earlier. But Beyond the Law, I think, is one of the recent ones that we kind of enjoyed. It was one of those Eagle releases. That wasn't bad.
And there's one that starts off with a phenomenal sex scene. I mean, ruined by the fact that he's in it, but the girl is stunning, and you're like, he goes to prison. He goes to prison at the start of the film, so he's basically he fucks his girlfriend, then he goes to prison. And then he gets out, and then he happens to be passing by as 2 guys rob a convenience store, and he kind of gets caught up in it. And because he's kind of on parole, it totally fucks. And I don't know what the rest of the film is about. That's about as far as I got into it. But as far as I know, you don't get to see that girl. Is it The Foreigner? No.
Well, if you're
fucking hell, these titles are generic.
If you're interested, there is on Spotify. We've got a playlist called Good Movie Monday: The Music, and it's all the music we used to play on the show. Every episode used to have 2 songs, and we had Steven Seagal songs on 2 occasions. Yes, so you can go listen to those. Fantastic stuff, hilarious. What a character, man! Like, you know, up until maybe last year, I used to bang on about Albert Pune all the time.
Yeah.
And he's been in a couple of Albert Pune films, but Steven Seagal, is the reason that I believe it's Cyborg Nemesis never saw the light of day. He shot all of his scenes. The film was essentially done, but just never edited because he just pulled out of it. He goes, I don't want to be associated with this anymore. And legally they couldn't use him, and he was the star of the movie.
How could they legally not use him if it's in his contract?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe he just threatened to sue them.
These Albert Pune movies, do they have contracts? Who knows? But he was, is also in Ticker with the Albert Pune film, which has a director's cut and a theatrical. I went back
Dennis Hopper?
Yeah, Dennis Hopper. It's loaded with people, man. I'm trying to think who they. Oh, that's going to kill me because I watched both cuts in the last week. All right, let's do this before I embarrass myself. Ticker.
Too late, Glenn. Too late.
All right, so that movie had Dennis Hopper, Steven Seagal, Tom Sizemore, Ice-T, Nas, Jamie Presley, Peter Green, Kevin Gage. It had Joe Spano, Norbert Weiser, of course.
Jeez, it's like aside from Jamie Presley, it's probably a who's who of the
Yuji Okamoto,
people who have died from OD.
Oh yeah. It's just a loaded cast. And look, I watched it. I know that dear old Albert had an issue with the theatrical cut and went and did his director's cut, but it's the theatrical cut's the way better one.
Right.
By a golden mile. It just makes more sense. Anyhow, let's talk about top 5 Steven Seagal movies according to us.
Let's do it.
Start with number 5. I'll go first with Hard to Kill.
That's my number 5.
Well, there you go. It's a good movie. It's a
good movie. Look, I will preface it by saying that it was my first Steven Seagal movie.
Probably mine.
I had it on tape and I watched it again and again and again. But the only reason it really sits at number 5 is because I don't think I've watched it for about 25 years.
Yep.
But I used to watch it all the time. I think it was I remember thinking, it's the woman from Lady in Red.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Not having, I didn't even know Weird Science at the time. That's how long ago it was. I hadn't even seen Weird Science, but I'd seen Hard to Kill.
Yeah.
Dude,
and it had it had a very young Zachary Rosencrantz in it. Had William Sadler, and who was the director of that one? Hard to Kill. I should know that by now. Let's have a look. Is it Dwight Little?
Don't know.
No, Bruce Mulmer. I don't know that particular director. I should. Anyway, good choice.
But yeah, that's my number 5 as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, my number 5 is I've already said. My number 4 is The Patriot. Which we both enjoy. It's directed by Dean Semler, the classic cinematographer.
I do, yeah. Look, it is. I do enjoy it, but it is out of all of the, it's probably where Seagal is probably at his most MacGyver / like Clive Cusslery.
Yeah,
because he just happens to be. He's the only expert in the world who can find the antidote for this.
It's a dumb movie. We've actually featured it on the show before.
We certainly have.
And I mean, look, this is not a top 5 best films. This is just our favourites.
Film.
Yeah. So definitely The Patriot for me. I could put it on now and just enjoy the shit out of it.
Well, for a similar reason, my number 4 is Fire Down Below.
Yeah, he directed it.
Look, I've watched it so many times. I've probably watched it more than any other. Oh, no, it's a. I've certainly watched it more than my number 3.
What an eco warrior he was in there.
But yeah, but his accent, but everyone's accent because they're all from Appalachia.
Oh, hang on, what movie are we talking about?
Fire Down Below.
No, I'm thinking of the other one he did. It wasn't
Fire Jumper. No,
On Deadly Ground, was it?
On Dangerous Ground. The one with Michael Caine as the bad guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That's why I said eco warrior.
No, he's an eco warrior in this too. In this one, Chris Christopherson is the bad guy, but the main bad guy is also.
Okay, so this is the one he directed was On Deadly Ground.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
With Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Which is and what's his name? The ginger guy from Scrubs. McGinley.
Yeah, John C. McGinley. Got Billy Bob Thornton in it too. Leomi. Anyway, as you were.
It's an all-star cast. No, Fire Down Below. He plays an inspector, an environmental inspector has gone missing in Appalachia.
Yeah.
And he comes down undercover to investigate.
Correct, I remember.
He lives with Mark Helgenberger, who's basically a spinster and is kept that way by her weird kind of incesty, kind of not brother who's played by the guy from Avatar and Lights Out, and what's that guy's name? The big muscly guy.
Yeah.
The old guy.
Stephen Lang.
Yep. Stephen Lang.
Yep.
That's young Stephen Lang.
Yep.
In Fire Down Below, but he commits awesome pranks on like they stick a snake in his car. They don't know that Steven Seagal is a snake wrangler and it does not mind snakes. So then he returns the favor and they have a car accident. There's a lovely fat corrupt sheriff in it. It's got everything that you want from a Steven Seagal movie. Harry Dean Stanton is in it.
Yep.
There's some great fight scenes. And then Chris Christopherson turns up in the kind of second half as the main bad guy. And he's fucking great. And it's around the same time as Payback where he's also the great bad guy.
Yeah.
It's great.
The only
is great. It should be my number 1.
The only other claim to fame that director has was the TV remake or DTV remake of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Who's in that one?
The one from 98, which has Donnie Wahlberg, Vincent D'Onofrio, James Olmos, Edward James Olmos, I should say. Who else is
he the Hector Elizondo character? Who is... So Donnie Wahlberg is...
Mr. Grey.
Oh, so who is the Jack Palance, the Walter Matthau character?
That would be Edward James Olmos.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember watching this too. It's not bad, but...
Fucking hell, I love to
It's not great either. It's not great either. Yeah, I think it's on YouTube for free, so you should.
Who did I get into this argument with where they said that the remake was the best of the Taking of Pelham? No, I know who. I can't say it on. I can't say it on the. They've been a guest on this show a couple of times, and I'm hoping to have them back on in a little while. And so I don't want to name their names, but they suggested, it's going to come up in our conversation with them, that the John Travolta version of Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, where he basically has "I'm a bad guy" tattooed across the back of his head, was the superior Taking of Pelham film.
I think I know who you're talking about too.
Fuck me.
Would this person be relatively local?
That was a no.
Okay,
no,
okay.
No.
Now I'm intrigued. Now I'm intrigued.
No.
Okay.
No, I know who you're thinking of. No.
Okay. Well, moving on then. Unless you want to talk more about Fire Down Below.
No,
all right. So number 3 for me would be Above the Law, Nico. The Andrew Davis movie. This is the guy that directed The Fugitive. And
is he still bald in this one? That's his first one, isn't it?
Second film, I think.
Second?
Oh, maybe his first.
He hadn't yet put on the wig, so he had like the balding, stringy, dirty, greasy.
He had a receding hairline. Let's put it that way. And I believe, up until
And what's the name of the bad guy? Is Flat Top Lip? Is Flat Top from Dick Tracy?
Oh, William
Forsythe.
William Forsythe.
Is it the one where he's the bad guy?
No, this one's got it's got Sharon Stone in it. It's got Pam Grier, Henry Silva.
Jesus Christ. Sharon Stone and Steven Seagal on the same set.
I know.
Who's the bigger asshole? They would have had it would have been a fun competition.
Well, who's the bigger pussy?
Who's the bigger,
yeah. Look, this is just a movie that takes me right back. It's been admittedly many, many years since I've watched it. I only ever knew it as Above the Law for the longest time.
Yeah, because I think, wasn't it just Nico?
Yeah, Nico, and then it was Nico.
Americans?
Then it was Nico Above the Law, and
yeah,
had a whole bunch of different names. But I remember this one being like where I first discovered that he had the funny run.
Yeah,
like because he does so much running in this one, and it's just hilarious.
But he's so thin.
Yeah, he does not come across as an action hero at all. But somehow this movie launched him into the Hollywood stratosphere of leading action heroes. And I think Andrew Davis carried him through to the Under Siege movies before he went and did other things as well. So yeah, look, it's just it's a nostalgic movie for me. I'd be interested to watch it again to see if it's as good as I remember. But yeah, there you go. So that's my
yeah. Well, for me, my number 3 is Executive Decision.
Yeah, which is barely in.
He's barely in, but it's such a great, it was such a great MacGuffin. Because at no point did I know that it wasn't a Steven Seagal film. And at the time, it was legitimate that he was the bigger star than Kurt Russell.
And I believe the poster had both their faces centered. Yeah, absolutely.
And Steven Seagal was bigger.
Yeah.
He was the action. They're like, Kurt Russell, he hasn't been in stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Like, he would have been working fucking nonstop.
But it was it felt like a legacy movie for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he was and he's just like the straight man and Steven, or the villain or something.
Yeah.
Not, because, he'd been playing offsiders to Mel Gibson and stuff in movies.
Who directed that one?
I don't know. I don't do any. I don't care about that.
You've been away. You've got an excuse. I don't.
Yeah. Why don't you know the directors of the top Steven Seagal movies that you didn't know what they were going to be?
Oh, I should have known this one. It was Stuart Baird. Far Out. Yeah, there we go. So he's a famous editor, and I think he made Vertical Limit possibly.
Fantastic.
No, he did U.S. Marshals. Speaking of the Fugitive. And Star Trek Nemesis, he directed those, but he has edited a whole. He edited Edge of Darkness and Green Lantern, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. He edited Demolition Man, Lethal Weapon, Tango and Cash.
He's responsible for the seashells.
Yeah, that's right. And The Omen. So yeah, big name.
But Executive Decision, fucking John Leguizamo, like everyone in it, it's a pitch perfect film.
It's a great film,
and it was like such a fucking great MacGuffin.
And to think though, like you look back, like these stars, like Seagal, ironically,
is it a MacGuffin? Is it the MacGuffin that Steven Seagal is the MacGuffin?
Well, but the exception of Steven Seagal, ironically, because we're talking about him as a leading man, everyone else in that film have gone on to careers that are still going. Like John Leguizamo is in the Odyssey next week, and Kurt Russell is in everything. Like, still going strong.
His beard, all he's done is the longer his beard gets, the cooler he becomes.
Whereas, where did it go wrong for Seagal? Just the weight? Was it the weight gain?
The fact that he was a cunt.
Oh, yeah, that helps. His stories about SNL, hosting SNL, are outrageous.
Outrageous, yeah. But he was a real asshole.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to work with him. And he was always, it was always his way or the highway.
Yeah.
And which is fine. You can be that, especially if you're paying the bills. But if you're going to be a cunt about it,
And look where he is.
And that's,
All right,
and
so
it looks like he's fucking high as a kite where he's getting all those people to do flips over his little...
And yet, yeah, whatever that fucking shit is. But
He's doing the hand job.
Here we are talking about him all these years later. And I don't even know why. I don't know who brought up this topic. Maybe it was me. I don't know. Seemed like a fun thing to do. Under Siege 2 is my number 2. I think
Me too.
I think Under Siege 2 is a really underappreciated
Oh, no, hang on. Sorry,
movie.
Under Siege is my number 2, not Under Siege 2.
Oh, okay. Under Siege 2 is my number 2.
It's my honourable mention.
This is the one on the train. Katherine Heigl is the daughter.
Brenda Back.
Everett McGill. Like, it's just... And Bogdanovich. Is Eric Bogdanovich? Or no,
Eric Bogosian.
Bogosian. I always get those names confused.
And what's his name? Did you mention him already?
Everett McGill?
From
Twin Peaks.
Yeah. And Harder and People Under the Stairs.
Yeah.
He is fucking great.
There's a home invasion movie for you.
Yeah. People Under the Stairs. Yeah, because they do. They break into the house.
That's right.
They break into the wrong house.
I saw Under Siege 2 in one of those movie marathons, the lock-ins, the shut-in overnight, and I was...
Best place to see it.
I just couldn't believe that they managed to make a sequel that, in my eyes, as a teenager, was as good as the original.
Yeah.
It was probably more fun because the train is moving constantly, whereas the ship, you're on a ship, the first one.
The ship, there's absolutely zero motion.
Yeah, that's right. Whereas number 2, it's fast, and he's on the outside of the train, he's on the inside, he's climbing this and that.
Yeah, it's a much bigger action movie.
Yeah, and
you're not asked to believe, like Everett McGill, I believe he's an action, like Tommy Lee Jones, like, yes, I believe he can shoot a gun well and get people. I do not believe he's an excellent knife fighter.
No, that's right. But I should also note that his
Gary Busey wears a dress.
I should also notice that it is Under Siege 2 Dark Territory, and the director is Jeff Murphy, New Zealand's Jeff Murphy, who did Young Guns 2 and
I've met his son
and whatnot. Yeah,
and his daughter.
Yeah. So Under Siege 2, I just think is very underappreciated. For the longest time, I think even to now, they've been talking about a third installment of Under Siege, which I'd love to see happen. That'd be fantastic.
Why not?
And
but not with him. Just could be anyone. They should just reboot it.
I think they had an aeroplane story in mind.
Oh, okay.
Do Delta Force.
Just do Air Force One.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Get Gary Oldman to come back, but this time as the president.
So yeah, that's my number 2.
But, I don't know what else. I mean, I think anything where the chef is, he's just the cook, but he's actually fucking great. So my number 2 is Under Siege. Under Siege, the first.
Well, that's my number 1. So we'll just
talk about that.
Back that together. So I mean, yes, we just shadowed it a little bit, but it's still a fantastic movie. There's Andrew Davis, like he's a fantastic,
it's fucking phenomenal.
Director. Yeah,
best thing Nick Mancuso's ever done.
Best birthday cake scene you've ever seen.
Oh, fucking oath. That movie got me through many a long winter's night.
And look, I remember loving Tommy Lee Jones in this, but I don't think he's a good villain.
No,
like in
Gary
general,
Busey's a much better villain.
But as an actor
in the same film,
yeah.
Two main villains.
But as an actor that plays a villain, I don't think Tommy Lee Jones is good at it. He's much better as the hero chasing people as opposed to being chased. Because remember, he was in that he played the IRA bomber in that stupid one with Jeff Bridges, Blown Away. They're like just a terrible actor when it comes to villains.
He's great in The Package.
Oh yeah, I suppose so. But hey, let's not shit on Under Siege. It's a fantastic movie. It was written, I believe, as a Die Hard movie before it became a Steven Seagal movie. Which you can see when you watch it as Die Hard on the water.
Except he's a cop. Was it? John McClane has quit the LAPD or the NYPD, and
the script was tweaked. Let's say the script was
instead
tweaked.
he's working as a cook on a destroyer.
You're welcome to fact check me. I could be wrong on that, but I do remember reading somewhere along the way that it was shoehorned into a different film.
Yeah, right.
As Die Hard was. Die Hard was a different film at the time.
It was a Frank Sinatra movie.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's both of it. That's your number 2, my number 1.
And my number 1.
Oh, I'm really curious.
Yeah, I'm shocked that it didn't make
Can I?
list.
Hang on, let me look up Steven Seagal movies.
I think this should be obvious.
Oh, should it?
Yeah. Have a look through your list of Steven Seagal films and see if you can pick it.
Oh,
it should be.
It should be
really obvious.
It's not Exit Wounds.
It fucking is Exit Wounds. The fucking greatest Steven Seagal movie of all time. Tom Arnold as his sidekick.
You mean
Michael J. White?
You mean not Glimmerman?
DMX.
Not Glimmer Man with Keenan Ivory Wines.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But then is Glimmer Man better or worse than what's the Adam Sandler one that Keenan Ivory Wayans did, the buddy cop one?
No. It was Damon Wayans, and it was Bulletproof.
Bulletproof. Yeah. So is Glimmer Man better than Bulletproof?
You'll always be my bodyguard. Disneyland. There was a part 2. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Bulletproof 2. Yeah, different actors.
Electric Boogaloo. It also has she dies too soon in the film, but Crossing Jordan actress whose name now escapes me, but she's stunning, and she has a twin sister that's occasionally.
Oh, is this Jill Hennessy?
Yeah, Jill Hennessy. Oh, I love Jill Hennessy.
Yeah, this is a Joel Silver production.
Anthony
Anderson.
Anderson is in it. It's fucking great.
It is. Bill Duke. Yeah, Isaiah Washington. Yeah.
Bill Duke is the captain.
Yeah. This is a great movie. I do remember it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I'm very curious to know who this director is. Let's go to the bottom and have a look here. Oh, he did Cradle to the Grave as well, which is great.
Which also has DMX in it.
Maximum Impact.
And Anthony Anderson.
And Dead Reckoning. Okay. And Romeo Must Die. That was a great one too.
Fucking hell, Romeo
So this is a fantastic director.
That's who I was thinking of with Anthony Anderson, but he's in both.
No, he's in both. But the first 3 films of this guy's career, Romeo Must Die, Exit Wounds, and Cradle to the Grave, fantastic. And then he went and did Doom. Doom was not all that great.
It was, I reckon, Doom. I seriously think if you go in and change the soundtrack of that film, it would be a much better film. Because whoever did it, they just have this fucking really high tempo, like techno music.
Yeah. Remind me though, was it in a first person perspective?
No.
No.
It's just, and the Rock is like on all of the Marines hate on the was it Carl Urban or whoever it is that kind of, I don't think maybe it's not Carl Urban. Whoever it is the new guy.
Yeah.
Who doesn't traditionally play those parts. But they're all assholes and they're all sweaty and look like they're high. Including The Rock.
It is Carl Urban. Rosamund Pike is in there as well. Richard Brake, Doug Jones. It's a great Dexter Fletcher.
Fucking Doug Jones. Yeah, like you get rid of, change the soundtrack, change the score.
Yep.
It will change the whole tone of the film and make it much better.
Well, that's interesting. Andrew Dice Clay, Andrew Everhart. Okay, cool.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I know.
What a cast.
Man, the reminiscing.
I tried to watch it again, like, I reckon 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Just before I went away, and the soundtrack is what stopped me.
Yeah, right.
It put me off. I was just like, it's so high intense. It's like, you know, the in Dracula 2000.
Yes.
The break-in scene at the start where they kind of find the coffin. It's that kind of music, and you're like, fucking hell.
Well,
it encroaches on the dialogue and everything. It's just
I struggle with The Rock these days. That's my problem.
Oh, really?
But
this is
overexposed, and I don't like early Rock at all. Like I never liked him when he came on the scene with the Mummy 2 and things like that.
This is way before that.
No, it's not. No, that was the movie that made him a Hollywood star.
But this, like, he's not like the main guy.
Well, this was 2005, and the Mummy was 90s. So,
but not Scorpion King.
No, he wasn't. No, he was in the second movie, The Mummy 2, was where the Scorpion King was introduced, and then got his own movie.
Yeah.
After that,
he doesn't really do any acting in Scorpion in the second one because
he's mostly CGI.
He's mostly CGI. Yeah, it's not until the Scorpion.
But my point being, I find I struggle watching him. Like there was a point where I started to enjoy it, and then it's just so much overexposure with him, and don't dig it. Anyway, there we go.
But there we go.
All right, fun stuff. We ended up talking about other actors more than Steven Seagal, but that's okay. Brings us to the end of a show.
You can't really talk about his acting, can you?
I feel like
talking about the best acting he ever did was when he plays the sheriff's deputy in the reality shows that he was in.
That's right. Fuck, forgot about those. But you know what? Like,
had I been better prepared and read ahead and knew that this was coming up, I would have got Dave Jackson. I knew it was coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
Not that it was coming up when I was going to be away. I hadn't worked out the timing, but I would have got Dave Jackson, the director of Cat Sick Blues, to come on the show because he is a huge Steven Seagal fan. Like in terms of like a car wreck can't look away kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I've been to his house and he has the full collection.
Amazing.
And he's fucking into it. No, it would have been a great take for him to have to limit down.
Well,
his
you know,
top five.
the funny thing is, all of those many DTV movies he's done over the past 10 years, I probably own nearly all of them. Because there was a point in time where Eagle Entertainment used to send them all.
I wish that you had a bigger house.
So do I.
But I wonder if you did, would you recreate the video store, and would you then start putting your, like, especially if any of those movies came out through Eagle, you'd have like 5 or 6 copies, so you could have your action section with them in there, but you could also then have the stuff, the Steven Seagal section with them as well.
I do have a vision for if I had that kind of money and did have a home cinema and like a proper one, there would be a video store environment for sure.
Because I went to when I was in Japan. I went to it's not a Chirashi store, but it's like basically a movie. They have a bunch of these in Booktown.
Yep.
They've got a bunch of movie poster shops where they also sell the programs. And one of the sections had a Sam Raimi section.
Oof.
And then in the horror section, I found Drag Me to Hell, and I'm like, just the Sam Raimi section here?
You got to.
Just rearranging their stock in their shop?
No,
like a good ex-video store employee?
Doing them a solid, mate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know? Do you guys know this is Sam Raimi?
I miss those days of little dedication sections where an Andrew Dudikoff section or that kind of thing.
Yeah, this is my Rowdy Roddy Piper section.
And I have photos of me and the guys doing it, and we'd take photos at the end of the sections, like each shot bookending it, looking at the camera, yes, this is what we've done. Like, it's here for a week only. I mean, after that week, they will be here, but they'll just be filed back away in their sections. Nobody ever took us up on it. Like, no one gave a shit because we picked those names that only we gave a shit about.
Yeah. No one else. Yeah, that was when I worked at Borders. I used to get every employee had 2 sections that they had to look after.
Yep.
As a floor person. And each section has end caps where you could do the displays. Now, the rules for end caps were very strict in that you could only display things that they had more than 10 copies of.
Yes.
All this kind of stuff. I was in the movie section. We didn't have 10 copies of anything.
Yep.
So my displays were always super elaborate and super niche and weird, and arguably, as far as I was concerned, the best end caps in the shop.
Damn straight.
I never won any of the staff awards for it because I broke all of the rules, but I had no choice.
Well, I was just always disappointed that nobody took us up on the Brian Dennehy section. Like a Brian Dennehy section. Who wouldn't want to explore that?
Yeah.
Think of it, we were ahead of our time because now all the streaming platforms curate things for you.
Yeah, they do a shit-ass job of it,
But that's what we were doing with physical media. All right, that's the end of the show, Ben. It's good to have you back. I've actually started to lose my voice. It's been a long time since I've done the desk thing like this.
We've talked this long it's been a long time for me talking to another person.
In English.
Like, because I just avoided most... If I had to say anything to... I spent a lot of time having McDonald's because they have the machines where I could order the food without having to go...
Like you needed a reason to be eating McDonald's.
No. I was so disappointed when I went to... in Bologna. Bologna, the wonderful city of Bologna in Italy. It only has 2 McDonald's in the entire city centre. Fucking outrageous.
It's because they got culture, mate.
The least amount of
and good food.
And good food. Like it's every second business is a restaurant.
There's
in
a
Bologna.
dish named after the place.
After the place, yeah. But they don't. The funny thing was, I could not find spaghetti bolognese in Bologna. Only what's the fettuccine, but it's not tagliatelle or taglione.
You're on your own, my friend.
It's a thin, flat kind of pasta.
Which is like a fettuccine,
Which is like a fettuccine, but it's not fettuccine.
Yeah.
Because what's the fucking difference?
Flat spaghetti.
It's flat spaghetti. But that's all they do it. They would not do it on spaghetti. Spaghetti carbonara, rigatoni. Then it's rigatoni.
Yep.
Rigatoni bolognese. And you're like, I want fucking spaghetti, cunts. But I went to Macca's. That was the only.
And where's
Macca's,
the tin?
That was the only Macca's I went to in both Europe and Japan at the end that didn't have the machine. So I had to, in broken Italian, try and tell the person what I wanted.
Did you say scusi?
Yeah, scusi. Yeah. Grazie. The worst one was in France. The first time I went, and I was like, I went up to the counter and went, 6 poulet nuggets, s'il vous plaît? And the girl behind the counter goes, so you want 6 chicken nuggets, right? Yes.
Goodmoviemonday.com. Hit us up on socials, give us a like, all that kind of stuff. See you next week.
See you next week.